Okay, you are welcome to Time with Alfred in GIS. Now, today we will be looking at um, how to correlate a table when you already have um, data or spatial data for your table already. We would like to relate that to or join that into Arcmap or ArcGIS. This is the data that we've picked already with our GPS. So we picked these data um, from the ground using our GPS. Um, so we have Bemakam 37 Military Hospital, we have Nima Mampobi, and a whole lot. Now, one mistake that people do is that before you can save this file or correlate this file into GIS, you would have to save this as a CSV, comma delimited. If you save this as an Excel workbook, you might face a lot of difficulties in inputting this in there. So you have to make sure you save this as CSV, comma delimited. Now, after saving this file, this is in Excel. You keep it wherever you would like to use it. So this is my file here. Now let's go to Arcmap and then go and identify that there. So we will want to open a new map. Now we've opened a new layer here. Now, how do we send that data into Arcmap here? First of all, you go to File, you go and add your data, not a normal data. Those data that we added in our earlier videos were shape files, so you can just add the data directly and it will work for you. But this is a data that has not been even worked on. It is raw data, so you go to add XY data, then you go and look for the data. If you cannot find them in here, you go to this button, you go and click on your folder that you keep in, you kept those files in, you hit OK, and then it should open a page as such for you. I have already opened mine, so you see my GIS data.csv. You see I intentionally saved the other one as an Excel file. You see we have XLSS. We don't need this, we need this, the CSV. So you select this, and then now this is a very important thing that you have to do. After selecting the CSV file, you hit on edit. You see in GIS we have projections. If you do not project your coordinates very well, it will be hitting a different target for you. Now you go to edit and then you go to geographic coordinate system, and then you hit on world. You hit on world and then you select the data that we have. The GIS data has its correct projection on this WGS 1984. So you select WGS 1984 and then you hit OK. If you select a different projection, I'm sorry, you'll be having a lot of problems. Now these are the coordinates, these are my longitude and latitudes. So what else are we supposed to do? Now next we move to this file and then we go to data. We right click first on the file, go to data, export this data. You see that data, even though it's now showing here, we cannot work with it, so you have to export that data. Yes, so our data has now been exported. That is export output 2. So we might not need this file, we need just this. So now how do we, these are Bemakam, Adabraka and a whole lot, how do we even put them in their right context? I already have the data of Accra, so let's just go and then look for Accra. We should look, no, let's look for regions. It's in the regions that we have Accra, so this regions, and then you select your region. So actually when I bring it down, you should see a very big. This is Ghana and the regions in it. You understand? But we need only this. We need Accra, just this section. So we will go to open attribute layer. Number 7 is Accra. So we close this and then make a layer out of it. Go selection, create layer from selected feature, and then we can just turn this off, and then it's left with this. Now our coordinates are not showing. Why? It's because the regions that we selected or that we created is lying on top of our coordinate. This is our coordinate, but our regions are lying on top of it, so we cannot see them. So we need to drag this down, put it under it, so that our coordinates will show as seen over here. So if our coordinates are now showing, what else are we supposed to do? Let's just right click. You can just play around with it like we did in our previous work. You can go to label features, and you've seen that the labeling is for the region. Sorry, we labeled this instead. Let's label this our coordinate instead, so that it will label all of these. The labels are on the region, so we are having each coordinate as a Greater Accra. Let's go and do something about it. So you should go to, you can do this here, you can do this in labels. So when you come here regions, you can select town and then apply. Sorry, let's go to labels instead. So you go and then you select town and then you hit apply. It will change to the town in particular for you. So we have Burma Camp 37, Michelle Camp, and then a whole lot. This is just a rough data. It's actually the right coordinates, but it's a rough data. That's why I'm not stressing much on its arrangement. So you can do a whole lot of things with this. You can go to placement and then place it any other way that you would like to place it. Maybe bottom left, and then whichever way that you think when you place it, it will fit well. Bottom left, and so you can just play around with it. The rest, we've done that already. You can insert your label, your not arrow, and a whole lot. Thank you for watching this video.
Charlie, too conscious. Donzi.